It is time for a weigh-in. So let's get to the results. Welcome to No Excuses. My name is Mary Fran. This is my place to be amazing. It's my place to live my life to the fullest, to explore the world, to be happy, to make myself even better. And that includes a 150-pound weight loss. And that is what we're discussing today. We're going to discuss where I am, what I'm doing, and how I'm doing. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. Now, if you watched last week's video, you will notice that I actually had a really rough weekend. My weekend was a little bit hit or miss with my food, and my weigh-in reflected that. And I was determined I was going to get this fixed up and everything was going to be awesome. And I would love to say that that's how it happened. But I continued to struggle. I struggled going into Monday and Tuesday. It was a huge struggle because I was just struggling to get myself back in line. Now, honestly, when I look at my calories, I was not that far out of line. When I say I'm struggling, no, I'm not eating 3,000 calories. I'm just eating a little bit over where I need to be eating for my body type. So I wasn't horrible, but I just wasn't where I needed to be. And that is going to bring us to my non-scale victory because I was just struggling. I wasn't doing what I needed to do. And the third day of my weigh-in week rolled around and I just really struggled. I was hungrier than hungry that day. I wanted to eat every bite of food. I wanted to just eat. And when it came time for lunch, I walked into the kitchen and I saw a leftover roll. We had extra potato roll from a dinner that we had ordered out, and it was just sitting there, and I had been ignoring it. I was doing great. And on Wednesday, I saw it, and I don't know if it was the roll or if it was the fact that I knew we also had leftover ham from making chicken cordon bleu the night before, but I was like, dude, I need a ham sandwich. I just need a ham sandwich. And I made a ham sandwich with cheese and mayo. I still ate the vegetables that I had planned to eat, and the fruit. And because it was a sandwich, I went ahead and had some potato chips because, you gotta have potato chips with the sandwich. Usually I do really good, but I just fell apart on Wednesday. And then I even went to my desk and I have candy there that I was just eating one piece a day, and that's a perfect little pick-me-up in the afternoon, a little treat, one piece of candy. And I ate the rest of the package. I was out of control. And it came time for dinner, and I had planned to make baked ziti. In fact, the baked ziti was already made. It was just needed to be baked. And I was getting dinner ready, and I was putting on garlic bread. And we had frozen garlic bread, and I was putting on the piece for myself and the piece for Jason. And I wanted a second piece. Oh my word, I wanted that second piece of garlic bread like nothing else. I'm telling you, that garlic bread was speaking my name. It was calling to me. And I sat there and stared at it. And I'm just like, I've already messed up my day. Might as well just go ahead and eat the garlic bread and we'll start fresh tomorrow. Just do it tomorrow. I want the garlic bread. Give me the darn garlic bread. And I sat there and I looked at this garlic bread. And the more I looked at it, the more I actually started to come to a conclusion. And that conclusion was this. Sure, Mary Fran, you can start over tomorrow morning. That's fine. But do you want to step on the scales tomorrow morning and see what's going to happen? Or do you want to step on the scales and say, you know what, I had a bad day, but at least I did something good? I didn't want to wait till the morning. I wanted to start over right then and get myself back in line right then, right there. I had the one piece. One. Yeah, sure, I could have gotten rid of the one piece also, but having one piece versus two, huge victory. Huge non-scale victory. Go me. That victory that I had that night carried over because I was strong going into the next day and the following day and the following day. I was strong going into it. It was a good thing for me because it gave me the strength and it gave me the motivation to stay on track once I got myself there. Huge non-scale victory. With the exercise, I am doing really good. I am still riding my bike. So yes, I do still ride my exercise bike daily. I do it on my lunch break. And I try to get about 25 to 30 minutes total a day. And that's about 8 miles, give or take. I'm really trying to get my miles for my 2021 challenge done before vacation. I know I will have to come up with something for after vacation, because I know myself that if I don't have this goal, I'll probably be like, yeah, I'll skip today. So we shall see. We also still walk after work, and I am doing at least 10 minutes of steps every day, up, down, because I'm actually working on my steps. So I'm ready to hike some of these trails that have a lot of steps. So I'm actually still getting a good bit of exercise. We walked a little bit over the weekend, and I'll share that here in an upcoming video. And exercise, I'm doing pretty good. The scales. So the scales. How did I do on the scales? Well, for the week total, I actually show a loss of 2.2 pounds. So I am absolutely tickled with a 2.2 pound loss. The scales this week just kind of did their own darn thing though. I show that I went up on my way in, and on my graph, I actually only chart twice a week. Once on weigh-in day and once halfway through the week. And you can see I went up last week. But what I didn't show you, because I only chart it twice a week, is that right after my weigh-in day, I popped up even further. I was absolutely worried about my weigh-in, because I'm like, okay, now I gained last week and I have to recoup that, which is bad enough. But I also have to recoup the 2 pounds on top of that I lost. And I'm like, oh my word, this is going to be horrible. But I'm happy to say that gain was just a temporary thing, and I was able to lose the 2 pounds that I gained last week. So I am showing for the last 2 weeks an even kill. So I gained, I lost, everything equaled out. Thank heavens. You can actually see it here on my graph. Like I said, I only graph it on my weigh-in days and midway through the week. So you can kind of see the up and the down. You can actually see that on that green line going down, that is my projected of where I need to be in order for me to actually make my vacation goal. And you can see that I actually am over top of that green line. So I have a little bit of work to do. Now, the only good thing is that I do know that 12-week challenge, I think there's like an extra week at the end that I have extra. So I still should be okay, hoping, working for it. I think the biggest thing of weight loss is you have to remember that there are going to be blips on the radar. The blips on the radar are those little points up that go on the scale. It's going to happen. My scale went up this week to that extra 2 pounds because of hormones. Happens every time, every month, every cycle. The beginning, I'd pop up by 2 pounds. It was still frustrating to see, and I had to keep reminding myself, it's a blip on the radar. It's a blip on the radar. It's okay, Mary Fran, it's just a little blip. Because you see, there are going to be fluctuations. You might have a fluctuation simply because of what you ate, which honestly, my weight should have been lower, because yesterday, my weight was about 1.5 pounds even lower than it was for my official weigh-in. But we had a very salty, high sodium meal last night. And so my weigh-in's a little bit up. I'm not worried about it. It's fluctuation. The true thing of it is, there might be blips on the radar, but as long as the numbers are going down, and my chart shows that it's going down. Yeah, it's going down and occasionally goes up. But overall, right now, it's going down. That is the progress. Blips, the little momentary ups and downs, not going to worry about them. So it was a successful week. I am very happy with how I did and what I did, and I am ready to rock out this week. This week will be a little bit difficult because I actually have a 4-day weekend. Jason and I will be off together to celebrate his birthday, and we will be doing fun things, and we know how my eating on the weekends go. I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to promise perfection. I'm not going to promise anything. I'm going to promise that I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to work to keep my calories in line. I'm going to work to keep my sweet treats at a minimum of that 1, I'm going to work to do my absolute best. And that's all we can ask in life, your absolute best. Keep trucking on. You got this. No excuses.